I hate their crunchiness, and so you go to kill them and you have to go like la 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 and squish them so that you can't hear the crunching noise. Hey everybody, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. I don't think you guys are quite ready for the level of weirdness that this video is about to have. But I've been seeing on YouTube, and I think it's kind of a thing that's been going around for a while, where people will share like random things about them. I recently saw Rachel do it from Rach Loves. Well, she's got a beauty channel and a vlog channel. I'll try to remember to link her channel below in case you don't know who she is. But it reminded, one of the things that she said reminded me of literally the exact same thing that I did growing up, and I thought that would be really fun to kind of share some random, weird, obscure, kind of embarrassing things about me with you guys, just so you can kind of get to know me a little bit better and we can all laugh at me and how goofy I am. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you do and you would like for me to share even more kind of random or did you know type things about me, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you have any weird things that you did or did growing up, or that you still do that maybe you aren't exactly proud of. But this is a place where we can all kind of share stuff with each other. And I just thought it would be a really fun video to make. So today I have 5 weird / random things that you don't know about me. And the first one is I almost always burn toast. Now I've admitted I'm not like the best cook in the world. I'm not very exotic with my spices and my seasonings. I tend to make a lot of the same things over and over that are pretty basic. So, I mean, burning toast is like a rookie mistake. But it's just I just cannot seem to make toast without forgetting that it's in the toaster. Every single time I burn toast. I don't understand it. Let me know, am I the only one that like forgets there's bread in the toaster because you're doing something else and you start to smell something and you're like, what does that smell? And you're like, the toast! Maybe that's just me, but that is the first weird and kind of random thing about me. The second thing that I do now still to this day that's kind of weird is as I'm going to sleep, I rub my feet like against the sheets. I don't know if it's just soothing or if it's just like that repetitive thing I like to do for bed. I don't do it on purpose. I don't even realize I'm doing it sometimes. My husband will say, like, you're shaking in the bed, and I realize that I'm rubbing my feet against the sheet, so that's kind of weird. The third weird and random thing about me, and this is really, really embarrassing, and you guys are going to want to, like, turn me into therapy or something or have me committed when I tell you this, but I've talked to you before about how much I hated school growing up, and even when I didn't hate it as bad as other times in my life, I still loved my home so much more. I was so attached to my house and my mom and my things, and I didn't want to, I don't know, I just loved my house growing up. And so when I was at school, I didn't want anything from home germs, to touch school germs. And I didn't want school germs to touch home germs. Not really germs, but just like, I don't know. I wasn't like a germaphobe necessarily, but I didn't want home stuff to touch school stuff, and I didn't want school stuff to touch home stuff. So whenever I would erase anything, if it was a pencil from home, which it pretty much was, I would scrape up the eraser dust and dump it down my shirt until I could get home and like shake it out, and so that way my home eraser dust would not be left at school. Isn't that the stupidest, weirdest thing you've ever heard? It's really weird. I promise I don't do that now, and I'm not a hoarder, which is kind of ironic because you would think I would be a hoarder if I did stuff like that when I was a kid, but it worked out okay. But I did do that when I was in elementary school. Not the whole time, but some of the time. And so like I mentioned, Rachel from Rach Loves channel, she mentioned that when she was in high school, which this is when I was in high school also, not the eraser dust thing, this new thing I'm going to tell you, I didn't have that many friends anyway, and the friends that I did have were not in my lunch period, and so I was embarrassed to just like go and sit with people I didn't know or ask them to sit with them. And so I would often eat my lunch in the bathroom. I would get a turkey and cheese, like they had it on like a croissant type bun, which is funny because I get turkey and cheese pretty much every day at Panera too. Well, not pretty much, every day. Every day I go to Panera, I get turkey and cheese. I didn't realize that till the other day. I got turkey and cheese back then too. But I would get the like deli sandwich, turkey and cheese, put it in my purse, and go and eat in the bathroom. And I know, not all the time. That didn't happen for a very long time because I got a boyfriend not long after that, believe it or not. And I would have lunch to, you know, be able to eat with him. And then also my mom too, she would come and bring lunch to me on my lunch break, and I would eat in the car with her, and then she would go back home and I would go back to school. So I don't know, I don't know if I'm the only one. I feel good though to know that Rachel, who is beautiful and funny and smart, and she's successful. She's got over 1 million subscribers on one of her channels, and I'm not sure how many subscribers she has on the other. And all these people like her and want to be friends with her, and I'm like, well, if she ate lunch in the bathroom, then maybe I'm not too crazy and too weird. So I did eat lunch in the bathroom sometimes in high school. And my last weird and random thing I'm going to be sharing with you guys about me today are some of my phobias. And I had to look some of these up because I didn't know what they were called. I have aquaphobia, which is fear of water. And I'm not even afraid of, like, my mom's afraid of water mostly because of what's in the water, like sharks and stuff like that. I'm afraid of pool water too. Like, I just don't like water. It really scares me, and I don't like getting wet either. I mean, but even beside that, I don't like being in water. It scares me. I'm afraid that I'm going to go under. I'm not going to be able to get back up. And I took swimming lessons growing up off and on, and I think I can swim, but I don't know if I could swim well enough to save myself. So it just scares me, and I don't like being in water. So that's aquaphobia, is the fear of water. I also have coulrophobia, which is the fear of clowns. My husband actually has this too, so this is a phobia that we share. I just think they're creepy, and I think I don't like the unknown because they're always like trying to draw you out and make you be the center of attention and do embarrassing stuff. So that part of clowns I'm afraid of. So even if they're not a creepy clown necessarily outwardly, I'm always afraid they're going to try to make me do something in public that's embarrassing, because believe it or not, I'm pretty shy. I would never get up and talk in front of people, like in a classroom. Public speaking in college was like torture for me, and in high school, because I do not like talking in front of crowds. I would get really nervous and just like stammer and stutter, and so I don't like talking in front of people. I certainly don't like, I don't sing out loud in public. I don't, any of that stuff, like even at church, and I feel bad because I feel like I should sing. But I just don't. I'm just embarrassed for people to hear me sing. So I don't like being made a spectacle of, and clowns tend to do that. Plus, a lot of them are creepy. Like, they have this painted on smile. Like, what's behind that smile? Like, it's just creepy. And then, of course, I think about the movie It, not the new one, but the old one. That reminds me of clowns. I hate clowns. They're just creepy, and I hate them. So that is, if you didn't know, there is a technical name for a fear of clowns, and it is coulrophobia. And my last phobia is insectophobia, or entomophobia, which is the fear of insects. I'm not afraid of all insects. I mean, I don't like them necessarily. I'll kill a spider, you know, I'll do whatever to ants and all this stuff, but I hate beetles or any crunchy insecty bug. Like, and I was so disappointed when I found out or realized that lightning bugs or fireflies, they are actually a form of beetle. I never thought about that, and so I'm always catching them. I'm like, oh, they're beetles. I don't know. I still catch them, but I'm a little bit more hesitant now that I know they're beetles. But I just hate them. I hate their crunchiness, and so you go to kill them and you have to go like la 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 and squish them so that you can't hear the crunching noise. And if it's those little orange ones that get in the house in the summer and like bang on your lights, I'll make my husband get those because they're just there. They're erratic and they fly everywhere. Luckily, Loki actually is really good at catching beetles and moths and flies, so he will chase them around the house, and more often than not he will actually catch them. So he comes in pretty handy when there's a lot of bugs getting in the summer. But I just hate them, and I really think the reason is, well, my brother was in Boy Scouts when he was I was probably 3, so he would have been about 7 or 8, and one of their projects is they had to do like the bug board where they get all the different bugs and like pin them with, it's really sad because I guess they're alive when you do that, I don't know. But I remember, and I don't know if I remember it as much in my memory or if I remember it so vividly because I remember people telling me this story, but one of his beetles evidently wasn't dead, like a big beetle, and it got loose and got on my back, and so I start running and screaming around the house, and my dad's chasing me, trying to catch me without knocking me over to get the bug off of me, and I'm running and screaming, and he's chasing me, and there's a bug on my back, and I don't know if that's why I hate beetles. If that hadn't happened, would I still be afraid of beetles? I don't know, but I just think it's kind of interesting to know what people are afraid of, and try to think like, why are you afraid of this? Did something happen, or are you just afraid of them just for no reason? So let me know in the comments below if you guys have any fears and phobias. I would like to know. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Hopefully you're not so freaked out by my weirdness that you just like unsubscribe and never want to see me again. Hopefully it will be endearing to you to know that if you have any weird things you did growing up, or that you still do, other people do weird things too, like the eraser dust things. So let me know in the comments if you like this video, if you have any weird random things you want to share or any phobias you want to share. And make sure if you like this video that you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this about me. I have tons of stuff that is weird and random about me that I could share with you guys. So let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.